Unapologetic, pleasant good night. Nick Style, Margot, Slims, everyone, pleasant good night, and pleasant good night to everyone on YouTube. Mr. I can call some names there. Let the life build up. You grab malicious and you're greedy for y'all. Neglect the poor when you hear them all. Greedy for more and not give up to the poor. The Almighty God. Gun strike them for sure. They grab malicious and them greedy for y'all. God will take you with one thunderball. Some of the people them in a the 10 apartment, but mine grab malicious and all for themselves. It's like them no creator, for nobody else. No assist, no. Tap the screen, share the live, everybody. Send me some hearts. Before him call you, give you some employment. Stick the big dog, make him bite up your lens. Then call in operation all them. Talk about them and disturb the resident. In one pick a cup and enjoy the wealth. Them food, drink, drinks, bust them big belch. Me like Star Apple, not give away 1 cent. Grab malicious and mean, now use them conscience. Remember your word shall be your evidence. Chams, good night, pleasant good night. Joseph Ford, pleasant good night, welcome. And the greedy for y'all. Let me share the live a bit now. The Almighty God will strike you for sure. You grab malicious and you greedy for y'all. God will take you with one thunderball. You don't make it already, think you gone here. Nothing to matter about no one else welfare. You forget you have another poor brother out here. Want a pair of shoes and can't get it for wear. If you did matter, if you really did care, who know the diamonds or not, I'm falling here. Head the less fortunate if you reach somewhere. When the treat woman away, one light you no care. You only want for them up, the little man share to you. Ready for more and not get up to the door. The Almighty God gun strike them for sure. They crab malicious and they greedy for y'all. Neglect the poor when you hear them a ball. Greedy for more and not get up to the door. The Almighty God will strike them for sure. You grab malicious and you greedy for y'all. Still I see when take you with one thunderball. The wealth is the strong city of the rich man. Poverty of the poor people destruction. Rich man of the money figure set up in plan. Poor man all I wonder where the meal a come from. But God now go make them sit in the apple feel long. Him say it easier for a little poor man. Go catch water paid all in a cheese pan. Then a rich boy enter in the kingdom. Told them greedy for more and not give nothing to the poor. The Almighty God will strike you for sure. You grab malicious and you greedy for all. Neglect the poor when you hear them a ball. Greedy for more and not leave nothing for the poor. Let the life build up people. God will strike you for sure. You grab malicious and them greedy for all. One by one, who know all when to fall. See things that one can keep. You Mr. Grabalicious and greedy. Tap the screen, share the live, people. Pleasant good night and welcome everybody on TikTok and on YouTube. One strike you for sure. Greedy for y'all. Neglect the poor when you hear them a ball. Greedy for more and not give nothing to the poor. The Almighty God will strike you for sure. You grab malicious and you greedy for y'all. God will take you with one thunderball. Some of the people them in a the 10 apartment, but mine grab malicious and all for themselves. It's like them no creator for nobody else. No assist, no man, not a soul them no help. You want a little work and stand up on them friends. Before him call you, give you some employment. Stick the big dog, make him bite up your lens. Then call in operation all them. Talk about them and disturb the resident. In one pick a cup and enjoy the wealth. Them food, drink, drinks, bust them big belch. Me like Star Apple, not give away 1 cent. Grab malicious and mean, now use them conscience. Remember your word shall be your evidence. Hold you, really figure. I love you nothing for the poor. The Almighty God gun strike them for sure. You grab malicious and you greedy for all. Neglect the poor when you hear them at all. Greedy for more and not give nothing to the poor.
$3.4 billion. Imagine that. Given to contractors. But before I start, let me pause my music, Trinidad and Tobago. So, let me say a pleasant good night to Trinidad and Tobago and to all my viewers on TikTok and on YouTube. Welcome to the Let Your Voice Be Heard program. I'm your host tonight, Candice Edwards, alias the Warrior Princess. And I decided to bring back the same topic from last night because I wasn't satisfied with it. I wasn't satisfied elaborating on it, right? So I needed to come back out here and talk about it some more. If all you agree with me, send me a thumbs up, because what's going on in this country, I don't understand. And I'm not here to bash nobody, you know. Right? I ain't here to bash nobody. I ain't here to disrespect nobody. But at the end of the day, we the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, we have a say in what taking place in our country. Because we have a government that's stating the country has no money. But yet still, $3.4 billion jump out to build new houses. Right? And those contracts was given to 11 contractors alone. You understand? I find something I write with that picture there. That's something I write there, because you say in the country have no money, you can't pay public servants. Public servants have to be walking in the hot sun to come out there and ask questions. Up to now, all you meet with the public servants yet, with the nurses, I should say, and other staffing, to find out what's going on with the money, when all you're going to pay. All you ain't saying nothing. Instead of that, I started dragging heavy. But now, boss, plenty of good night, Mr. Smooth. I started dragging heavy. All they send out heavy day to add more insult to injury, to embarrass the people. And to make it look like it's the PNM send them out there. You understand? So when heavy jump out and ball is only PNM worker, PNM people out there. Heavy boy, something has to be definitely wrong with you. Yes, wherever they give you to rub, you eat. You understand? So the country have no money. But people on the breadline, but all they could find $3.4 billion. All they could allocate that amount of money to build new houses. Imagine that. Trinidad and Tobago, let me engage with the YouTube people because they just get jealous. All you on YouTube, I just be real sorry, I be just focused on the TikTok here, but I want to engage with all you too, right? Trinity, I still have you as my monitor, eh? Because we don't want no distraction. We really don't want no distraction tonight. Stephanie Edwards, pleasant good night. Sharon Francis, pleasant good night. And welcome. Right? So all you're saying that they have no money. Country and have a black cent. Right? Ooh. Trinity, I still have you as my monitor, eh? Oh, well, let me take off this. Only give me a minute, eh? We don't want no distraction. I have all my gadgets. Hook up on everything. Sorry about that. Right? Where was I? So, $3.4 billion and the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago crying out. No jobs, no income, can't afford to pay the rent, take care of the family, send their children to school, but yet still, all they want to pass a law. Any parent that is not sending the children to school will be met with a fine of $2,000. Or, I can't remember how much months imprisonment or how much years imprisonment. Tell me if that is right. Message me in the comments what all you think about that $3.4 billion. And look at the three musketeers. The three musketeers who are in charge of housing. Right? The three musketeers. Boss would have said this government only thinking of themselves. Yeah. Because the country, if all you hearing the cries are the people. People, Trinity. Trinity said three big thief. Oh Lord. Trinity, I love you. Good night, Bridge. You understand? People ain't having, but all they could find $3.4 billion. We could eat them houses. And it's only 11 contractors. I would like to know who are those contractors. Who are those contractors? Just so? Out of the blues? And look at the three people. Look at the three people in charge of housing. Look at the three people in charge of housing Trinidad and Tobago. Mr. Paul, when you come up, mute your mic, please, sir. Right? And then mute your mic, Mr. Paul. And then all they say, all they care for the people. When UNC win, everybody win. But the only person that winning, the only people that is winning is the UNC, ministers, and the 1%. We are win yet. It's starvation and hunger, pressure, and hardship on the ground. You understand? I don't understand that. Only help me make it make sense. Help me make it make sense. Good night, Mr. Barefoot. Angela Joseph. Let me tell you something. Mute your mic here. I'm so glad, although the UNC tried their endeavor best to silence the PNM, I'm glad the PNM there standing and backing in we corner. Because if the PNM would have stayed, the opposition ministers would have stayed silent and allowed them to do what they want to do. Here now, man, they'll have a fun time. They'll have a feast with that $3.4 billion. And I hope they don't let that money go through, you know, because it had other things to do. What about all, remember when Starks came and he was in the earlies and he was going by all those houses all over the place and making short videos. You understand? And showing how the houses are being there left vandalized. Okay, that was under the PNM. We acknowledge that. But the UNC is here now and they say they're coming to fix things. But I think I tell myself they are the ones with all the degrees, who is lawyers. What's on mute, Mike? When I bring up all the box, please mute all the mic. Right, they are the ones with the brains. I would expect that they will use the fundings wisely because they say in the country have no money. So wait, all I rather to see the citizens go hungry than to address that situation, provide jobs to the people, than to go and build houses. People could eat them houses. Could the people of Trinidad and Tobago eat the house and them? I want to know. Tell me. Mr. Barefoot, right, mute him. Thank you, sir. You understand? I had also come back and touch on that topic. All you know how much is 3.4 billion? All you know how much mouth that could feed, how much jobs probably that could create for the poor man? You know what jobs that could create for the poor man? You know how much jobs that could create for the poor man on the ground? And all they coming to talk about what to build new houses, refurbish the houses that we have, and give it out to the people. $3.4 billion for 11 contractors. Nah, something not smelling right there. Some, according to the old people, something in the mortar besides the pestle. And in all their big manifesto, in all their big speech, all they jump out and say all they love we. And no man, no woman, no child must go without. And a lot of people, it's a whole year now, people crying. People living by the skin. People living by the skin of the teeth right about now. They're not even too sure where the next meal coming from. But all of a sudden, they don't have money to pay the public servants who living on a 2013 salary. People struggling it hard. But $3.4 billion. Listen to me, all give me a break, you know. I don't understand all, you know. And then when people come out to talk, all they vexing. All they care vex, all they say, thank God we coming out here and talking about it, than we not on the streets. And I know that's what all they're afraid of, eh? That was all them SOE and ZOSO is all about. Because all they know, the pressure the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago is undergoing right now. And let me tell you something. Is everybody feeling it, you know? It's about 30 or more bars, I believe, would have closed down since they raised the license fee from I think it was how much? I think it was either $1,800. They raised it to $9,000. So them bar owners and them they can't make. They had to close down because alcohol too expensive. Everything going up. Everything going up and they expect you to survive in this country. I don't know how they expect the people to live. I want to ask the government that I help put in power. How all they expect the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago to survive when all they take away their jobs, take away their incomes, and leave them with nothing. I want to know that. How will they expect people to survive? Can somebody tell me? I would really like to know. I would really like to know how will they expect the people to survive, because it is very hard. And just so out of the blues, $3.4 billion. So what all trying to tell me? That's no, the Almighty God will strike the UNC. Yes, God will punish all here because all they're leaving people to go hungry. And not just as an adult, you could probably drink water, put some salt on your tongue and go in your bed. But what about them little picnics and them? You understand? What about them little picnics and them that people can't afford to feed and can't afford to send to school? But $3.4 billion. Me and I don't know. I help with the UNC in power, and I feel like I get scammed. I feel like I get robbed. You know, every waking moment, I just feel so disappointed and so hurt. Until someday I'm going through my TikTok. I asked the producer to put it up on the platform, but I want to read this for all you. Right? Let me see if I could find it here. I wonder if it's on this phone, Lord Jesus. That's now. I wonder if it's on this phone here. I
have some negative. Go in the comments. I block them.
Yes,
I'm
my lord.
blocking.
Yeah, those take. We're not here for that. We don't have time for that. They matter take the time. We don't want no distractions here. Somebody would have come in my comment section. Look at here. And hear what the person said, right? When I made the comment, I think talking about that $3.4 billion, I believe. Hear what the person said. Let me show you on the screen. Right? You seen it here? See which the UNC sign is there. I don't know if I've seen it correctly. I'm going to read it for you. I haven't turned my back on the people of TSG. We are in the process of putting things together. A whole year. Candice, but they know my name good. This is what you are doing after we try to help you. The government is taking a little time to revamp our economy based on the level of damages. Right? Based on the level of damages. Well, I want to know what level of damages. A whole year, so all they can get it together. So the people have to wait a whole year. You know how much damages all they cause in this country, and all they vex with me for coming out and raising these issues. So people must stay without. Can't afford to send it to take care of the family, send the children to school, to live a normal, decent life. And the famous word is, hold on.
How they help you? How they help you? You're outside the house, you're outside the job. So how they help you?
Well, I want to know. Nobody can help me. As I said before, and I could remember this as if it was yesterday, I had a situation where I caught an officer advantaging my son. I went to the crime watch meeting, that the town meeting they had, and when the mic was going wrong, I took the mic and I state my complaint. Miss Kamala Prasad Bicester, she reached out and she assigned a lawyer to help my son and the other two gentlemen that was badly beaten by the said officer. When we went to him, he's a very nice man. I'm not going to discredit him. He's a very good lawyer. We went to him. He filed the case. But before he fought the case, we went and applied for him through legal aid. So he was paid. Right? We won the matter. It's still not a victory for me, because I find that should have never happened. That is waste of my time, my son's time, the court's time, Trinidad and Tobago time, and my energy, because that take a toll on me. You understand me? So I never asked the UNC for nothing. And if it was the PNM that was in power and they was doing this same thing the UNC doing, I would have been up on the throat. Somebody had to say something. All they done Muslim people already. People have to watch how they're talking. People had to walk on eggshells. And all they're doing all kind of thing. And people mustn't say nothing. So you had to take the pressure. Stay hungry. Stay jobless. Some instances, some people stay and be homeless and say nothing. I would like the UNC ministers right about now to put all yourself in the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago's shoes. All the people, all the fire. All they wouldn't be able to live one day in our life. All they wouldn't be able to survive one day, Trinidad and Tobago. The UNC and them will not be able to survive not one day in our life down in the ghetto too. But they're telling you to hold on. But all of a sudden, $3.4 billion hot dollars jump out to give out in contracts to build fresh houses. When it have all kind of houses, all HCC houses all over the place. Ghosts living in it. Bat, mosquito, rat, spider, you name it. All kind of insect living in it. Rent free. When all they could fix the houses and give it to people and people pay the rent and there's a little money coming back into the economy, but no. And look at the three people. Look at the three people in charge of housing and look how much billions of dollars and three questionable people. Come on now, man. Watch me. I had to applaud the PNM, you know. Hey, all they don't go nowhere. I pray that the Lord, right about now, the PNM is the only party, right about now, we can lean on. But at the end of the day, the PNM too, they mustn't take the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago for granted. Eh? You understand? All they mustn't take us for granted. We fed up at that too. Eh? Because part of this what's going on here, some part of it, all it to be blamed. Eh? I just saying. You understand? I just saying. But I am grateful that all is there because look at the kind of thing going on. Look at the kind of thing going on. I know Trinidad is a place is known for corruption. Ministers come in there, dirt poor, and ending up in their filthy rich driving Benz. It's free money, free healthcare, free wealth, free everything. You understand? So we're not having that again. We the people have to stand up now. We the people have to exercise our rights and our voices. And that is what this platform here is about. Let your voice be heard. You understand, man? Let your voice be heard. Yeah, the UNC disappoint plenty people. The UNC disappoint me and plenty people. It are people who is diehard UNC complaining. People who just come over like myself, oh God, well, I just feel hurt, I just feel shame. I have a whole set of mixed emotions. You understand? Papa boy say what the citizens are to blame for the past 9 years can't clean up that in 1 year. You listen to yourself, how the citizens is to blame. Who running the country? Who handling the affairs of this country? Look, you know, I just mute quick, eh? So all you careful, let's tread lightly here with me tonight, eh? Good. Because it's right about now, I feel like if I'm being advantage of, I feel like if we are being taken advantage of and we are being bullied into submission. And that's not right. Because the same thing I'm doing here, the same thing I was doing against the PNM for the election. So don't come here to talk shit. What did you, I mean to say the citizens and them, you know, some of the lawless ones, they are to be blamed for the crime. But what about the law-abiding citizens who just want to live a decent, comfortable life, go to work, take care of their family, live a comfortable life? And you, look, Trinity, you know what to do with Papa boys.
Done.
So I want to open up the box tonight.
Right, I want
Mr. Paul, right, so Mr. Paul, I want to give you a chance to say what you have to say. Pleasant good night, Mr. Paul. Hello?
Yeah, you hear me?
I'm hearing you.
Right. You know the lady from out here who are you at the shop?
Uh-huh.
Right. She passed away.
Oh, okay. Thanks for letting me know.
And you know Arlene from the road one day with you back?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear she mama not pass away too.
Oh God, oh God, oh God. You're coming with some depressing. You're coming with depressed with some more now. Well, I know Arlene's mom wasn't well. I know her mom wasn't well. Okay, thanks for the info.
Yeah.
Right.
But why say
Mr. Paul, we still on the same $3.4 billion topic, because that bother me.
Yeah, that is failure. What them doing there is failure. That is a piece of money they want to pour to share amongst themselves. And then you have none of we getting the contract. Is their friends and family getting a contract? All them contract. There's none of we small guy getting any contract at them houses. It's them friends, family, and the close associates. But I hear the Prime Minister. But I hear the Prime Minister say she taking care of she people, but I try to understand how she taking care of she people. Because they had parliament today. I didn't really watch it, but I did see the piece where she says she taking care of she people from Trinidad and Tobago. But me ain't thinking. But all what going on here, I don't know what to say. The PNM didn't warn us about it, but he didn't pay heed. He wasn't seeing them listening them story. He was listening UNC story with a bag of lies and promises to thiefy people on them head. I see a video today. If you see somebody break open people in them locker room and take out everything.
Only tap the screen, tap the screen. They're trying to interfere with the live. Tap the screen. Yeah.
Yeah, that's free.
I don't want to see the light going there.
Yeah, the live that's free. So
Yeah,
then blank off.
Yeah, it was the same thing on YouTube as well.
Like they're trying to silence me tonight, but they don't want me to talk at all.
That is what they're trying to do. Hello, Mr. Michael. How you doing? We missed you last night.
Well, I look at the light, but I realized it didn't have no room in them box up there. You know, so I just look at it until it's silent.
Hello, Mr. Chatter. How you going today?
I good. How are you going?
I know, man. But what's saying, right? 3.4 billion, right? And they say they freeze the money, but look who's the ministers are housing. Anna Roberts, David Lee, and who's the man name? What the loud man? The man who was talking loud on social media. Philip Roberts. Philip Alexander. Right? David Lee, he always mute. You don't hear nothing from him. He don't ever speak. I don't know where they get that Chinese man from, but I bet they beside the. But he don't ever speak. You don't hear nothing. Chris,
About that dog, mute that one back.
Mute the background, please. And when you're coming live, mute your mic on Christopher, mute your mic, my dear, until they're ready to speak.
I don't even know if he maybe even know he up online. Just mute him from your end, warrior.
Well, I see sent me a request. I'm muting.
Right. So basically, David Lee, he don't ever speak. Anna Roberts and Philip Alexander always talking mess on social media, right? But you take $3.4 million and put it in these three. I don't want to say that wrong on the live, but you put it in these three. I'll be nice tonight. You put it in these three gentlemen hand. Hey, I sweated trying to say some nice words for these people. You put it in these three gentlemen hand to build houses. Last year, if I'm not mistaken, I've seen Stark. He was all over the country, all in St. Joseph, saying, oh, how schools unfinished and house unfinished and the PNM this, that, and the third. Right? Why they don't take that 3.4 billion and use that same funds and finish all the stuff that Stack was highlighting last year? You understand? Right? Use that money to finish the schools that is undone, because there's, let me tell you, 2 to 3 years ago, there's a school in Palmis, not South Palmis, Palmis past London Victoria, that burned down a primary school. Half of the school is in the center, half of the school going to Londonville. Why y'all don't take some of that money and build over that school for the people? Because the people has been begging for a school for the longest while. You understand? Right? Take some of that money, invest it in jobs. Take some of that money, open some youth centers, build community centers that needs to be in certain areas, like in Warner Road and Point Fortin. We need a community center. Build a community center, because Kennedy Richards did start the work for it. He did turn the soil and everything, and then PNM come and lost. So right now there's just grass. So basically, just build a community center for youths. Also, when they come from after school, they could go there and learn something on computers and stuff. But no, they want to take the money and pocket it. Use it for all your friends and family. Them taking that $3.4 billion and going and spend it on the anniversary on the 28th of April this year. Them not going to do nothing with that money, because you say the government has no money, but you're using it, but you're keeping big anniversary. Make that make sense?
And again, Chacha, hold on. And again, all they keeping big anniversary. What that is all about? And all they say in the country have no money, so it have money for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, but it have money for all you to keep anniversary and to do this and do that. Wow, they're wicked today. You see that song I played tonight was directly for all you.
I sent you video for you today, Warrior. You didn't see that how they say for the anniversary they order $250,000 worth of food.
Yeah, good night.
I sent you video for you today. $250,000. Right? That is for the anniversary, the 20th anniversary.
Yeah, I saw that yesterday. Christopher, mute your mic until you're ready to speak, please. Thank you, dear, and welcome.
That $3.4 billion. That is for them to pay back their financiers. The people who pay for them to come in power there. That is where that $3.4 billion going. But the other camouflage it in the HEC. Right? That is why they shut it down.
So that is how the government showing that they care about the people. So then I do understand, I really, now let me tell you something there. I don't want nobody coming up in the comment section to tell me about all they only talking and no actions. Right? Right now we can't make no actions. If anybody make any actions that they're going out there, it's jail. So what we can do, we can talk about it. We can edify people who have more knowledge, and we could come up and voice their opinion and talk about it until further notice. But right about
well, them who saying that let them go and do something about it.
Well, I want to know, right? But hold on. So the ones who have the intentions to come up in the box to try to spoil the mood, think twice, my please, because you'll be blocked. Right now, we are to let good sense prevail. And the fact that we are here talking, they are listening to us. You understand me? Whether they want to fix it or they want to fix it, they know we're listening. And the more they hear it, they are going to be, don't worry, it bothering them. Because they don't turn that answer anymore.
But them say we voicing we opinion. What them doing? Them just sitting down and taking it. At least we talking about it. Them ain't doing nothing about it.
At least we're bringing it to the forefront. You understand me?
Look at the condition. $3.4 billion. The nurses and them on a 2013 salary. Right? All they empty out the nurses and them lockers. CPEP URP out of jobs. You understand? But $3.4 billion, so much people on the bread line for housing. Right? This government is the worst government ever passed through this country. You understand?
Princess,
And you
princess.
know, right up to now,
And
they
then
haven't
the bottom liquors like Heavy Tea and all of them could come out and talk a pack of shit when the day come.
and up to now, you know, they haven't addressed the innocents. Up to now, they
You know
haven't
who are
addressed the
just
innocents, you know.
imagine she's not even making PSA president and she's standing up for the nurses, Kizelle Jackson.
But I don't know, like these people and them, like them don't care, boy. They really don't care.
She's not the PSA president, but she's still standing up for the fucking nurses and them.
No, when you see the person in charge of PSA, Miss Felicia Thomas, we're not hearing she, no. She just disappeared on the face of the earth, you know.
She's supposed to be in front of that whole protest thing with the nurse.
How could she be in front? How could she? When it is alleged that she on a board position, she got a board position.
Paul, she disappeared. She 30 pieces of silver and she dipped. You understand?
Yeah.
Because she goal was in that government, every man for themselves, you know. Every man for themselves. Winner takes all. You understand? So she took her 30 pieces of silver like Heavy and the rest of the clown crew and gone. So
Yeah,
where was she to do?
And this fella does real thing them too.
Mr. Paul, hold on. Trinity, don't make it sound like Mr. Heavy get plenty money from it, please. Heavy again on 30 pieces of silver. Heavy trying to get a big piece of money. That's why he come up there and make that stupid statement and everybody bash him left, right, and center.
You might get about five pieces of silver.
Look, Megatron in the queue. He want to come up.
Okay, nice. So let me give Mr. Michael a chance to say something. Mr. Michael, we're on the same topic tonight, Mr. Michael.
I listen. I realize that I have some real dotish and stupid people in the comment section just talking a pack of asshole. Yes. You know, there is things at this time, this country is in state of emergency. There is things we could do and things that we just cannot do. But the time will come because this UNC government cannot run this government for 5 years with state of emergency. So the time will come, maybe in the next couple of months, according to Bob Marley, we're going to chase those crazy ballhead out of town in a peaceful way. Once the people come out and unite, and those that are live macos, what does we did and talking stupidness, we hope all they come out and give the support. Because we cannot do nothing without the support. We need the support. The more the merrier, more strength is better. So we have to do what we have to do. Right? And the time only taken to just write a pack of stupidness. Come and voice your opinion. You have an opinion, come and voice it. Don't come here to fight on nobody.
Yeah.
Don't come here to fight
Good
on
night,
nobody.
yeah. Good night.
Them head have to be shaking, boy.
Mr. Paul, let me
Yeah.
just
Miss Warrior
Mr.
Princess. Good night.
Pleasant good night. Oh, who not speaking? Can you mute your mic? Right.
Yeah.
Mr. Christopher, pleasant good night.
Yes.
Welcome.
Good night. All right. Welcome to the panel, everybody. Good night. Right. The internet kind of sticking, but what I'm saying is, right, starting with Miss Warrior Princess, right? No disrespect in any way, but you realize, I know I used to watch you from a long time, actually, when you now started TikTok with the issue with your son, right? Correct?
Yeah, correct.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Hello?
Yes, I'm hearing you. Are you?
Right. I just asked if I'm correct now with the issue with your son, right?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
And I just take you back to remember something, right? And then, well, at the time was PNM in power, and you know, there wasn't really into party business really. You just had a concern and somebody share some kind of light to assist you in some way, right?
Yeah, the
So
UNC.
I'm sure you just to tell you that the both parties play with we head, right? I mean, one might be better than the other, but only thing is when you look at it, a lot of the things that the party in power today claiming they done is things where the party we came out of power was getting it right now, right? And they just come and inherit it now. They just come and inherit it, right? Simple as that gas deal. Even if we didn't take a stand with Venezuela and all them things, America would have still going and after all is said and done, would have still signed the document to get the gas, you know. So when you really think about it, the party today they really do nothing yet since they come in power, you know. Right?
Yeah,
They ain't really do
everything that the
nothing. If you really
everything that
take
the
a
PNM everything that the PNM was doing, and they had
yeah.
the plans that the PNM have, they just come through and they make it look like it's them who doing it. Typical.
Yeah, they're coming at time anyway. Nobody didn't want to see or hear the PNM. And the PNM really had everything really going, but we were so frustrated with little things and how maybe sometimes you're trying to talk to a person and they're giving you a hearing.
Yeah.
They seem as the person who they was hearing us, but they wasn't really hearing us, you know. The PNM, they don't set the page and the road to move forward, but you know, we just get misguided now, boy. But when you really look at it deep, and the record is there to show, the information is there to show anybody who could read and understand and look at things. The UNC ain't do nothing since they come. All I could see they do, and I don't like to talk and things. I like to deal with information and things that is there. You come in power, right? You some piece of money I hear you're gonna sign for and you take, right? Okay? That is
Go ahead.
things in the news. You take that. I see you going all over the place and you're claiming with money business. Every country you go, I see you get a piece of money. You know where all that money gone, right? I don't know if that money was in a check or if it was sent to the you know, I don't know where all that money gone. If you know, you're familiar with what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Well, you see, the thing is there, remember the UNC don't want nobody to question them, and they don't give accountability for nothing, you know. They want to have their way, do as they want, do as they will, as they please, and nobody mustn't say nothing. And you see this $3.4 billion that they put a halt on right now, that is sitting too well with them at all, you know. And look at the three people that money, that amount of money, who dealing with that amount of money. Look at the three questionable people. Eh? But me and I don't know. I don't know what's going on in this country, you know, but at the end of the day, I am dissatisfied. I am very unhappy because this is not what I vote for. But there's no
Yeah, but
sadly to
listen,
say
right?
there's nothing.
People in the comments, listen, right? Listen, people in the comments saying PNM are doing the same thing. But let me be a just people and a people who really want change and betterment. If PNM are doing the same thing, do you want our next government to come and do that same thing too? Right?
Exactly.
Person who's talking not really
And
literate. That person saying not
and,
really
and, and,
literate.
and I was saying, if we really want to make change in this country
Where
and
you
do
want me to
betterment,
block Kirby or leave him?
I
right?
better
No,
about
I like
he ain't talking nothing with
no, but
sense.
listen, anybody
Huh?
with sense if everybody really want to change, look at it. I could tell you some. I check in a little job, right? So I was in an online meeting. So as the meeting done, the next day the guy messaged me and he said
Yeah,
to tell
block
me to
Kirby.
get his girl out, right? So I go on to see my passport. My passport had up to July on it, right? But the people wanted they wanted like 5 years and onwards now. Right? That's how them kind of things is have to go. You must have a certain amount of thing on your passport. All right. Now I just work, so I pay my 1100 and get it. Right? But it are people who want the opportunity and do not have that money. Right? How you come in for one, you just raise everything without seeing if people could afford it or what and what. I don't know what's going on in the bridge, but
And
trust me,
Mr. Christopher, that's my
nobody.
thing. That's my thing because all right, you come and you need the country, the economy in a state. right? And you don't take no time, you don't assess the situation, you just raise everything sky high. So
Passport, simple thing as a,
when a person
yeah.
get charged for a faulty parts on his vehicle, or let me say you can't afford to send your children to school and they decide to lock you up. What happening to that person? And they really don't have the money to pay the fine in order so that they wouldn't make a jail. I don't
And
know.
I
It's
tell
like
you,
the UNC. It's
people
like
could
the
have a
UNC.
voice. Yeah,
It's like
people
the
could have
UNC
a voice, eh?
cars in front
And
of the
listen,
horse
eh?
all the time.
We could look at things, eh? And really be truthful to yourself as a person and as an adult and with somebody who has eyes and understanding. When you look, PNM was there for 10 years. PNM never interfere with no passport and none of these kind of things. Right? And birth paper and all this kind of thing. You
And sticker
listening?
picks.
What PNM really do wrong? What PNM really do wrong? Yeah.
About sticker pin. And even if I believe, if the PNM had to come and raise those things, it would not be so high. They would have raised it, but not so high. This government, they just come with a vax just so. And decide here what's going on. They see this, raise that. But the country have no money, people suffering. So when they get charged, how they paying the fine?
If I may interject,
Yes, Mr. Megatron, go ahead.
there
This
is
is what we
there is a situation that has been happening from since I assumed office, right? So I just want everybody with good sense to think sometimes, because sometimes we carry rely on the government. For every time before the government had to change hands, whether red or yellow, we had a right to have things going smoothly if there was proper communication between both parties, whether it be opposition or leading people in the government, right? So if red was doing right, yellow could have agreed to certain things, and if yellow was doing right, red could agree to certain things. Now, if red was in government still, they would have implemented some things, but they would not go so hard on the people, because to some point they understand the plight of the people. Whereas yellow assume office and they just go fully. Now, I saying to anybody without fear or favor, the UNC government right now is seeking revenge against Trinidad and Tobago because of the fact that they lost elections 2015. They had a big issue. All COVID time when elections call again and they lose again, and PNM is assume office for the second time around. All that is why they're seeking revenge against the people. I can't see why it's so hard to get the simplest things for we to live as a people, for we to function as a people, for we to grow as a people. We are seeing negligence. We are seeing physical conservatism. We are seeing where government ministers right now. All right, every story they put out is a smokescreen because there's a bigger issue behind that issue, if anybody really check. They stopped that $3.4 billion here. But you want to make a bet later down the road, some months again, they're going and sowing one set of millions into our next project again that the Privy Council or anybody else mightn't really flag anything and might leave it like pass. So somewhere along, if they get stopped here by HDC, they will find a way to take that same set of money or even less and put it into something else where they could push their hand in the deep down in the pocket and teeth. And they want to say a hand in the lime out, that's it. I am fed up of a nonsense. I'm fed up of a nonsense.
They will always find a way. They
I am
will
fed up
always.
of Warrior Princess, I am fed up of a non-functioning government, cabinet reshuffling and constitution reform not working, because we, the people, voted in for change. We voted in for a better tomorrow. We voted in for a difference. The deceased Prime Minister, which was the Honorable Patrick Manning, really say, when there is a certain time ahead, we're going to be in dark times because they're not putting the country first. Whether red or yellow, especially yellow now. You see yellow? Yellow come with a vengeance. And come June, July this month, there is going to be more people who are going to be laid off of their jobs. There are going to be more young people who are homeless. There are going to be young people who want to unalive themselves because they cannot handle the everyday mental pressures of having to work for people, not getting the just dues, And then when they go and they try to live, everything expensive. Now I saying, if all they want to raise things around the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, create employment, create a sector where employment, we need to work. In order to stabilize the economy, we have to work to sow back in the economy for the economy to work for us. Nothing is working for us. And I am fed up of this government high-handing, bullying tactics against the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Nothing you say and do ain't working unless we the people make a stand against those people. And your voice, Jason X voice, Kitty voice, is some of the voices, but we need the whole of Trinidad and Tobago to understand, hey, listen, we voted for change and we could vote for change. If anybody understand what I now say, we voted for change, but we could vote for change. I think it's about time we take out the equation of the yellow party and the red party and we give somebody else a fresh chance with fresh ideas who has some kind of morals and ethics about themselves and who cannot be brought under the table. Because everybody in the UNC parliament right now could be brought. We could say what we want, we could do what we want. That 3.4 billion, they stop. They're going to sow something somewhere else down the road to find a way to push the hand in the lion mouth and continue to rub, because everybody right now on cabinet is living a good life. But if you really watch outside that cabinet, you catching a tail, all the people on the panel catching a tail, you know, people can't pay the mortgage comfortable. You know, people working,
Go ahead, Megatron.
you know, people working for small money. There are mothers on the street with children. There are young men who younger than me. I'm 42. There are young men right now on the street who can't pay rent. There are employers, and I'm going to say this again, the Ministry of Labor have a big part to play in the labor force in Trinidad and Tobago. If they're not doing their part with checking up on businesses to make sure that they regularize their good doing, which means there are employers who hire who have business practices and not taking the right steps, not even paying NIS to people. These are things that later down, we're talking about some things, but they are major concerns. I looking to try to get my contribution so I could get a little pension or something going for me on my little NIS contribution. We're trying to tell me I have to look elsewhere and form a pension plan just in case, because that could fall through.
Well, yeah,
Now,
that's what you have to do. That's what you have to do now. You have to take out
I
your
joined Pan America, you know, in case things go bad with and I hear from the grapevine that NIS will go bankrupt in a few years. They will go bankrupt because people not working, so no contributions ain't coming in, so they will go bankrupt. So I go on Pan America and I making a pension plan for me. I organize it myself.
All right, so let me give who else was on the chat? Mr. Christopher, I wanted to say something again. Christopher, you can come up in the box. Christopher. All right, so Chatter, go ahead now.
Good night, good night. Yeah, good night, good night.
Yeah, go ahead, Christopher.
Hello? Right, what I was going to say, right? You know, one of the things that cramping this economy and nobody want to accept it. You see that raise that pay them ministers and them get better. As the guy said just now, all of them living their best life. Nobody want to accept that, but it's the truth, right? You're gonna send home the whole of PNM, the whole of you unemployment thing, right? Which is the CPEP, right? The URP, right? I mean, the salary is not the biggest one in the economy, however, but people might have had a job and they might have still be doing something again, right? Which is on the individual.
Hold it there. Christopher, hold it there. You see with CPEP, these people used to do plenty thing with their money, eh? Trust me.
No, it's true, it's true.
But Miss Felix, how they used to do children susu and save their money, who buy car, who build house. When I heard that, I feel bad. I said, well, what's wrong with me? I was bad spending all these years. And when you actually see what the CPF workers and those European workers would have achieved over the years with a little bit of money that rolling back into the economy right about now. Right now, all these business places in San Diego, where I live, balling. People not shopping, they can't even make balance passer. You know what is balance passer, right? You come this month, you pay on it, you 3 months. The next month you pay, the next other month you pay until they take it out. People like, watch me, they raise the deal on the balance pass. So they give 6 months balance pass. And people can afford to pay for it because they have no money, because they have no jobs. The market people complaining. When they purchase the
Watch
goods,
me.
the people in there and rotting on them.
Yeah, watch me. PNM was the hand of God, and people seeing it now. PNM was the hands of God. They had issues and they never bring it to the people in no kind of way. All they do is just keep everything going until they could do better. Right? They could say whether who minister do this and that at the end of the day, but the people was getting something. Right? The people could still buy something as they say, we even do a balance pass, do a susu, whatever, in a small way, and they look forward to the long term. Right? And you go and interfere with them little people, bread boy. That the best thing you could do when you come in power, Jed?
I really thought, honestly, Mr. Christopher, I really thought the UNC was coming to make a big difference and have a big impact in a good way, positive way on Trinidad and Tobago. I really thought so, honestly. That is why I gave them a chance. Now, mind you, let me tell you something. No, the PNM was really, they put things in place, but we must say, some of the ministers and them, they forget the people on the ground. And they lost their way, they get too cocky. So you see what happened here is a rude awakening for them. Now the PNM is a good party, you know. So I was born at PNM, I was PNM since I could even say the word PNM. You understand? But you see some ministers, when they reach where they reach, you can't get to speak to them, you can't get to see them, and they have to change their mentality. They are working for us, not the other way around. They have to show people hospitality. They have to come down back on the ground and meet with the people. They have to change their whole mindset. So this right about now is a lesson for the PNM. This is how the UNC have doing us right about now. And they too will get a very rude awakening when the time is right. And trust me, they will get a rude awakening. But right about now, God had us to break down the PNM for them to rebuild again. And I strongly believe it. Another party to come, you know. If it have another party, tell me where the other party is.
I believe Kamala Prasad, the UNC government, say what the people and them wanted to hear because they realized the people and them was fed up at the PNM, and they use that to their advantage, to come to advantage the poor people of Trinidad and Tobago, to take revenge for the 2 years where they was out of power for. You understand? But just like with Mr. Michael said, the ministers and them living well, their friends and their family living well, while the people on the ground are suffering. You understand? And I watch in the comments there, people still putting party first instead of country. We had to put the country first, not the party. It's not a red and yellow and green and purple. You understand? It's country first. It's that's what we have to do. But people still getting tired.
People first, people and country first. We want a prime minister. We want a government that cares about the people. Put the people first. Their needs, they want the everything first. Because we are the ones that have been suffering. We is the ones that have been neglected, you know. The life them living
Check these two, right? Miss Princess, yes.
Christopher, hold on, darling, right? I just button on Chatter. So I just finishing up and let Chatter say what he has to say, and then I will give you another chance. Okay, dear?
Okay.
All right, darling. Don't get no hurries. Go ahead, Chatter.
People might get vexed and say what we say now and thing, but I strongly believe Miss Penelope Beckles is the way forward for Trinidad and Tobago to bring back this country. You understand? I feel that woman have a heart. You understand? Just that how the way that woman does speak and carry about herself, that is the person to bring back Trinidad and Tobago. Not the UNC and not the rest of them want to be parties. You understand?
And let me tell you this, Chatter. And I doesn't like to talk, but you see the element of surprise? Let's wait and see. But I am going to stand with Miss Penelope Beckles, sink or float. I am sailing with that boat. I am telling you.
And if people know what's good, better than
That
back
woman,
that woman.
Miss Penelope Beckles, is for the people and I see it. You understand? The way how that woman doesn't embrace it. If you notice, Trinity, just now, please. If you notice how Penelope carries herself, the woman come back down to the ground and meet with the people, you know, because she realized, and I listened to her in the last meeting she had in the Civic Center by me. The woman came down on the ground and she apologized to the people, you know, because she realized where the party went wrong, you know.
Stuart Young never. Stuart Young when
That's not chatter. She realized where the party went wrong, you know. Now the party was doing a lot of things. It's just we probably wasn't getting the exposure to it. We wasn't edified about it. But when I went to the 50th anniversary, how much anniversary? I think the 50th or whatever anniversary, and they would have read out a list of things. I ain't lying. I feel bad. I say, oh God, I watch Kitty like Kitty girl. Oh God, all them things they do. And Kitty took me and she bawling, yeah, girl. Oh God, boy. They did a lot. The only thing the PNM forget to do is come back down to the ground and show the people love and kindness. Right? So God have a way, he does build you up and then break you down. So I'm sure this time around, they wouldn't forget because they're going to have people like me. Because although I've gone back with the PNM, my love is with the people. You understand? We can't take no more bullying. We can't take no more pressure. We can't take no more sufferation. And right about now, the way how I see Penelope functioning, like a true mother, like a respectable, decent woman, you don't have to be loud and blackguard to be a prime minister, you know. We want a prime minister with a level head, a sober head, with love for the people in the country. And right now,
not a sober head.
Huh?
It's a sober head, you say it.
With a sober head, yeah? We want a sober, we don't want
I feel Kamala when she drinks she vodka, that when she does make all them decisions and them, yes?
Like Kamala does be drunk every day, all day, boy. But anyway, that beside the point.
Hold on, please. Let me tell you something. Listen to me. I don't think, I've been honest. Right now, we have a way up towards Kamala, but I do not think Kamala does drink rum, you know. I've been honest. Not because, you see, the fact that it's alleged she's on dialysis, I do not believe the woman does drink alcohol. That's just my opinion, eh? Don't shoot me down. If you notice how her tongue does be heavy, that is because I don't know if it's a stroke she'd catch, but her tongue does be heavy and is re-rolling. So I believe it's because of her sickness. So I don't really believe, let me not bash she all of that, right? I don't believe she doesn't drink any alcohol.
Something she's been slurring and eating up she words and things.
Yes, it's because of probably her sickness, but I don't believe Kamala does drink rum again, so man. Oh God, listen to me, get Jackie. Let us listen
right,
to me.
But I think Penelope Beckles will be an amazing prime minister. She just need to reshuffle she cabinet and remove some people and things. She need to fix up she party. Like she need to remove some people. There's some people there who not supposed to be there. She need to get rid of them, and I tell the I'll sing and then they need to go. But the thing is, she could make an amazing prime minister because she just be on the ground. I just see she's come down. I just see she in Point 14. She came for the Baptist celebration in Rocker Ages. She came in the Open Bible Church. She came for borough opening. She just be on the ground. She's studying us. She just need to reshuffle. She just need to reshuffle she cabinet a little bit. She administration.
Right, so listen to me. Hold on. I see I bring up somebody in the box here, Mr. Glenroyd. Pleasant good night, sir. Feel free to make your contribution.
Greetings. All right. Well, first of all, I would like to say, am I allowed to agree to disagree? Because I'm gonna be speaking favoring nobody, and I'm just speaking as a free, independent thinker.
Yes, you can.
With respect.
This program, sir, is all about letting your voice be heard. We're not segregating. Whether it's PNM or UNC or there's no party can come up here. Once you are being respectable, you can make your contributions.
Right. Okay. Thanks very much. Right. I
You're
would
welcome.
like, well, yeah, Tobago in the house. I want to ask, host, this is for you. I want to ask respectfully, from, let's go as far back as 2008 to this present day. Now, we know we had a recession in 2008 that came and passed. You know, Mr. Manning was here with us, etc. I want to ask the question, since we had so much government come into office, change office, hold on to office for a decade, etc., almost a decade, so be the case, then why we here now, still fighting with national security, poverty, oil and gas, etc.? Why we still here if we had all this bureaucracy for all these years? This question is for you, host, because I would like to hear what your response is going to be.
No, well, I just ask myself the same question. Why we still here? Why all this, all the corruption? Why we it's like instead of we go forward, we going backwards. And I can't even answer that question, because it's like, it's like we're going backwards and like we're going wrong in circles.
I humbly respect your response, and I understood it. That's the response I expected to get, because everybody else will be asking that question: how did we get here? Right. So I want to ask another question.
Go ahead.
Don't you think the fact that people, meaning the citizens on the ground, the voters, by having a political party attached to your neighbor string, not you are speaking about it, talking in general, don't you think it is causing that continuous divide and misinterpretation or misrepresentation or misconception of what has been going on and what is going on with these both political parties?
Boy, sometimes I just wonder. I just really wonder, to be honest.
Do you think? Yeah, finish up. Go ahead, answer. Sorry.
You go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, and the people in the box can also respond. Don't you think that you all are being tagged along into a setup? Because here's the question I ask everyone: who runs the parties of the PNM and the UNC? Are the people who are not akin to us through ethnicity, are they friends of the other people on the other side because they are one race? That's what I'm asking. Who controls the both parties? Aren't they funded? Aren't they watched over by the same watchdogs? The both parties are monitored by the same one watchdogs. I know we have different financiers, etc., but aren't the both parties being watched over by the same controllers? That's the question I kept asking people, and I can't get an answer for it. Many people divided.
Yeah, we have a lot of division.
Right.
And the both
sorry,
parties,
go ahead.
I believe. Oh God, why? No. I'll decline the call. Go ahead.
Right. So as you're saying that, so I want to ask everybody on the live tonight: are you all honestly believing that you all are speaking about your party in an honest way? Because I could call up a list of many things that was not done professionally. It wasn't done lawfully to benefit even the grieving ones, etc., and to the poor man on the ground. I could even go back as far as 2020 and 2021 with the behavior of the government, forcing people to do things against their will by threatening their jobs, to furlough and not pay, and all of this madness. So I don't want to take that road, but I just want to ask a question openly to everybody. Are you all making your statements on the basis of knowledge and understanding what is happening in the land through politics, or you all are just speaking because there's a likeness or a love for one particular party? Respectfully, I'm only asking.
No, there's not a love or a likeness, We just want betterment, You understand me? And that's the reason why, because we were going through some little hardship under the PNM, but not as what we are facing here now. You understand me? We thought under the UNC, if we give them a chance, it would have been much better. But now we're seeing what's taking place. You understand? But under the PNM, it was way much better. People didn't lose their jobs, right? People was able to live and take care of their family. So the people on the ground, we're just looking for betterment, you know. We know parties will come, parties will go, it will have corruption, it will have all kind of things. All we, the people on the ground, we don't, it's not we settling. We can't really do better. We expect the government that we put in power to handle the affairs of our country in our best interests. And until we have a body of people to watch over these ministers to make, you know, to do what is right by the people, well, then we have to live like that. And then what we go do?
Warrior,
Yes, dear.
I'm taking an early leave tonight.
You're going to
I'm
tired.
taking an early leave. Beside
All right.
tired, you see stubbornness, I can't take stubbornness for too long. And my mouth kind of bitter. I just use obscene language too fast.
Boy, you're
It
not
have
cussing.
things-
You're not cussing.
No. Hear what I'm saying. I wouldn't curse here. But I'm saying I like to curse. I a cuss button. And you see stupidness, I can't take it for too long. I can't stand by and listen to stupidness.
Well, let me hear
And by
your
the time
opinion.
we just they ask a question,
In my tongue right now.
what have you contribute or what you're willing to contribute to help the situation? Just don't stand up there like butler statue and ask us that stupid question. I can't take them thing, you know. I can't take them thing at all. I rude. So
Well,
I tell myself,
state your concern. We only have we have
my
15 more
concern.
minutes.
I stated my concern now. I
Yeah,
don't want
true.
to be around people. I don't want to be around people who just asking questions and not contributing to nothing. What is your status? What is your status? Yeah, just to ask questions? What is your suggestion? What mood you're in? That is why we're here, you know. And them kind of question, I just can't answer it.
All right.
I think he's speaking to me directly, so I could clear it up real quick.
No. He's just listen to me. He's just voicing his opinion. So,
Oh,
Trinity,
okay.
you was about to say something.
Okay.
I would just say, though, Mr. Michael is a true soul man. Now, the guy would bite my tongue the whole time. But the thing is like this. Listen, everybody that's talking, just now, people go start taking it to the streets in a peaceful protest. And since we can't speak out loud because we get silence, we'll take it to a peaceful, non-violent protest. There's some because they have to hear we at the end of the day, you know. They have to hear we. Right? At the end of the day, people saying, oh, how PNM this and PNM that. PNM did a lot for us. We was working. We had money. People had money in the pocket. They didn't have much. But they was working. You understand? People, you know how much mothers and fathers send their children to university on a CPEP and URP salary? We had gap and all these things. Not gap, gate and all these things. And all the bashing the PNM, all the forgetting with the PNM did fall. What the UNC did fall since they come back in power? Nothing.
And
No,
then it have people.
Go ahead, Michael. Michael, go ahead.
Then it have people just coming to ask questions. We don't want, no, we are here to answer questions, you know. We here to fight for a cause. And the cause is betterment. This country under a rock, you know. This country under a rock. You understand? I mean, if you open your eyes, you will see. You will see what's going on in this country, you know. I mean, and by the time this country under pressure, by the time mothers and children and babies hungry, you're just coming here to ask questions. And not really contribute. But you come blaming a political party who not in power. You can't blame a political party that not into power right now.
You know what real sad? You know what real sad? This morning I went Port of Spain market. and the vegetables would fall on the ground. I see a woman with her 2 children. The 2 children could be about 5 and 10, and taking up the rotten vegetables and cutting it out and putting it in a bag to go home to cook. That is where the country reach right now. That is very sad.
Time of DJ, it have who just come in to ask questions and not contribute to the situation. And that's why I take. I real though. I real. And people really wouldn't understand me, you know. It have people that hungry in this country. People belly hurting.
Warrior, if you come down in Port of Spain, hello?
Go ahead.
It have people in Port of Spain under the bank, Republic Bank, sleeping there in the night because they're homeless. It have people going through dumpsters right now because they have nothing to feed them. Right now, everybody's going on.
Chatter, the live was muted. So here what I want all to do for me. Tap the screen, share the live. Tap it.
Oh, they hear me because right now my whole screen black.
Yeah.
Oh, they hear me?
I see everything. And then I don't want to hear people coming out to tell you the two parties the same. How the hell the two party could be the same? How the two party could be the same? I'm not saying the PNM was great, but the PNM was better than this present government. You understand?
Yeah.
It's better to have something than nothing.
And under the PNM, we had something. Right? Under the UNC, we ain't even had nothing. We have win pain. We have win. And you can see the win? No.
I telling you, it have people, families with children going under the bank and begging for money.
Yeah, I saw that. That's happening a lot now. People begging, literally begging.
In Port of Spain market this morning, it have a woman and she 2 children taking up the rotten vegetables and cutting it out to go home to cook. You understand? That is the state Kamala Prasad had the country in. And these are people I sure was working. I sure had at work, and people now coming and saying that how people was only dependent on CPF and URP. But if that is the way the only people could feed their family, or they result people to go and beg and thief. Right now, it's beggars and thieves all you make out of the country of in Trinidad and Tobago, you understand? That is what they reduce we to. And all they say when UNC when everybody win. Like it's all their friends and family because you hold a big resort $250,000 to go online, but people can't even see a $20 to buy bread.
Not only that, what the kind of people who win that jackpot? What the kind of people who win that jackpot? That jackpot is $3.4 billion. What's the people who win that jackpot?
What's your comments?
How Kamala Prasad says as a mother and a grandmother could see people and families crying out and go home and eat lamb, ham and jam and don't have a conscience. People are crying out daily. People have nothing to give their family and all they hold a big resort for $250,000.
And then they want to come with big anniversary. But I don't know about like these people and them like they have an agenda, but I don't know what is their agenda, eh?
And but people still coming here to tell you the two parties the same. Yeah? The two parties the same.
Trinity? Where's Trinity?
Host, excuse me 1 minute, please. Let me just correct Mr. Michael. Who talking there? Because I realize
I walked away.
He feelings over what I said. So let me make it very clear to him. Now I said I came here free, not bounded to any party here because I wanted to speak openly. Right? What Mr. Chatter just said is what I was always... Yeah, go ahead.
Mute Trinity, right. Yeah, just get rid of him. Go ahead, Mr. Glenroy.
Right. What Mr. Chatter said a while ago, that is what I just leave in any live I go on at the end of the conversation. People, he just said, People need to get themselves together and remove the party that they voted for that is not working in their interest. And they don't have to wait until 4 years, because why? Every time there's an election, the people know how to get together. And when there's problems and problems need to be solved, people don't know how to get together. That's when the divide becomes a norm. And it happens like that all the time. You all know what you all wanted, you all voted for that, and it did not happen. Why you don't reverse the cards now and say, here, what, enough is enough? We don't even have to go and protest if people afraid because of the SOE. 2 days alone is too much for the government because they will lose a lot. Just stay home and say, you're not going. You're not going to work and shut down the country. I could say I don't care and I don't want to listen. No, I'm not ignorant. I did not vote. I do not really fight up with voting because I understand what voting is all about. So the people on the ground who is feeling the effects of this, who went and did what they did recently, why they don't do the same thing they did and join up with all their friends and family and come back and say, we're going to turn this back. The same thing what happened to Boris Johnson during 2021, the former British Prime Minister, when he was caught not wearing a mask, all the people did was rally in the streets and said they don't want him. Boom.
No, but you see, right about now, Mr. Glenroy, we can't do that, you know.
Right, right. And I just said, if the people are afraid because we know certain parts of the SOE will prevent that, well then, the easiest way to do it is for people to link up with each other through communication and say, do not go to work, let's shut down the country. That is not illegal, that is your right. And then you will see, because 2 days alone, the government will lose a lot of money and they can't take that for 2 days. We have the power. We have the power. I hear people say we can't do nothing. What we gonna do? We can't do something because just the way they went out and voted, they could do something to get the attention. And as Chatter was saying, they had to listen to us. We are the voice of democracy. So I was just speaking on the outward basis, trying to reach people. I wasn't waiting to say who better than who. I didn't say that. I asked, look how much decades have passed and look how far we have come and we haven't done anything differently than what we've been doing all these years. That's what I said. I didn't blame nobody, Mr. Michael. I didn't blame anybody. I was being transparent and open.
Okay. So thanks for your contribution, sir. Mr. Michael, you want to give a contribution?
You see, this Glenroy guy, I was given a contribution, and he said exactly what I wanted to hear, you know. He said exactly what I wanted to hear. He don't take part in elections, he don't vote. Well then, what is your contribution? What is the good you're doing for your country? Just to come here and complain after? If you don't vote, it makes sense.
Mr. Michael, I'll give somebody else a chance, but let me answer you briefly. You said, what is my contribution? Well, let me tell you something. Let 100,000 people flock to the city of Port of Spain to say, or let me hear them say, we're going to meet up to build strengths to deal with the problem, and then you will see me in a jersey in Port of Spain because I live in Tobago. I will come down and show my support and my patriotism. That's basically it, because the only way people know how to speak is by communicating with each other. We can't be shouting and we can't be fighting each other. We have to communicate word for word.
Unity is strength. Unity is strength.
Right.
Nice. All right, guys. So we are approaching 9:30. It's 9:27. So anybody else in the box here want to make a contribution before I wrap up? I'm tired and I have a little headache. And Trinity, no, don't come and ask me to stay no half an hour, please. Neither you, Chatter, but let me hear you guys have it. All right, so let me engage the people in the comment section, right? Anybody have anything else to say?
Not that I.
Say again? Oh, there are a lot of people that joined. Let me see the comments. The comments far. Hold on a bit. All right, let me go into YouTube.
Yeah, don't go to that. Don't forget YouTube.
Yeah, I'm going to YouTube. TikTok does get too much love. I fed up all you. All right, let me go into the comment section. All right, let me see if I can open it up.
I'm a Paul saying Norwich.
Well, but I'm sorry, darling. We're about to go. All right. Our country has too much resources and money to have crime. The PNM and UNC having ham, lamb, and jam, while criminals kicking the citizens' door. That was really all ways legend. All right. Sherry Humphrey. Yes, these persons correct. Before April 28, people was working. We vote a new government and everybody complaining now, and that is facts. At the end of the day, people crying for help, and it's only stupid talk. Terry Humphrey, thanks for your contribution. People vote out the PNM for betterment, not more tax, more lies. For real, that's what exactly we vote out the PNM for betterment. We didn't expect all this tax. These people killing people with tax, All right, betterment is not promised.
But Kamala doing it more worse.
Betterment is not promised or fool the people to come into office. Yeah, they promise you a better life, and they know very well they wasn't going to deliver. So even if they're going to deliver, here when I believe the UNC go deliver, you see like the second to last year before election, they go start to deliver. And they might want to come with the same method, right? What the guy call it? You throw corn in the air, and when it falls to the ground, everybody run like foul and start to pick it. But all you have to understand, this generation different. And you see within that whole year, all they in power, all they do enough damages so that people can remember for a lifetime that they will tell the generation to come, the great generation, what the UNC did to them back in the day. So I don't think my take on this right about now, if we cannot vote all it out or get a no confidence motion, enjoy it for the 4 years and just know that this is only the last 4 years. All is spoiling it for other upcoming UNC ministers, because the kind of pressure people facing, and not I saying that, is what people saying on the ground. All they make them so much of a mess of things that, listen to me, I don't know if all they don't understand what it is not to have food to put in your belly at night or to feed your family. I don't know if this UNC government understanding that,
Them don't know about that, warrior. Them don't know about that.
I don't understand. People not asking for $1 billion, People just want to be able to sustain themselves and their family. And that is
because if Jason next say after when Kamala holds she party, there's going to back and throw all the food in the fish pond instead of give it to poor people.
I heard them say that.
So them not in touch with reality. When they open the fridge or the freezer, it packed from top to bottom every day. You understand? They have everything in their cellar, everything. Them not in touch with reality. You understand? And Stuart Young proved that and all. When he say he went to the grocery, he could be lying and all too with $500, and he realized $500.
He listen to me. I went to town on Stuart Young with that, right? And you can see he just make up a story because they're not in touch with reality.
No, but I just show you he's not in touch.
The life that we are living from the life that they are living is not where it is, it's here it is. When they could just make a phone call, them will not burn the finger over the stove.
Them calling the servants and tell them what they want for lunch and everything. When their children get up in the morning, they have their servants them trying telling the servants what they want. You understand?
So what politicians we need to hold them accountable for? Let them come off the high horse. You see the pillar we put them on? They have to work now. They have to come down and keep in touch with the people, be in touch with the people, and work. This is not about jacket and tie and rock back. You go parliament meeting and then you rock back. No. Being a politician is hard work and dedication. So here we go.
I read that grocery prices going and raise within 3 months.
Yes. Again?
Yep.
Again, Trinity, is every month grocery prices going up, darling. When last you went to the grocery, $1,000 ain't no kind of money. Much
No.
less for $1,500. It's no kind of money.
Yeah, they're going to go
And
with
you're
$5,000 now.
And you ain't hearing the government saying anything about food price control. You ain't hearing them talking nothing about that. All they're talking about is how much contract, taxes, and more taxes. Up to now, they ain't say, well, all right, let me look to refurbish some schools, or let me look to create jobs, or all them projects and then all them programs, for the youths who are closed down. Let me start to open it one by one because we had the youths and them on the street delinquent, doing nothing. All they do is puffing, or they might bubble a pot and just skin out wholly on YouTube. Nothing for them to do. You ain't even hearing them talking anything about that.
Don't worry, I should take off taxes off our pensioners' money. She said pensioners work hard, and that's the rewards now, and they shouldn't be getting no taxes off on the pension.
I see David Lee this evening on the news, and when they was asking him about the $3.4 billion, he just choops and walk off on them. You understand?
Right.
Well, when the reporters was questioning him about it.
One at a time.
Sorry, Tata.
And then after Alan Roberts come out and saying that how the reporters don't deserve for you to answer none of the questions and walk off on them too. And them was the same ones who were speaking about Rowley and all of them when Rowley and them was walking off on the reporters and them.
Watch my Tata.
The reporters asking Alexander a question. He laughed at them and walk off today.
He always on a phone call. He always on a phone call coming to the Red House.
We could clearly see that we just set up. That is a setup, you know. That's what we going to do. We put them there. We learn, we lesson. It now go happen again. And that's it. It never happen again. And I hope the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago never forget this, you know, because let me tell you something. Hannah, it was me down to the dog in the road and all feeling it, you know. I see a few dogs passing down my street, my little puppy looking healthier than them. You actually seen ribs, you know.
Them dogs ain't getting nothing.
Nothing, you know.
It had a bar on head, back closer now.
But I just to show you how
It used to have them, we used to call them dog and them dustbin carriers, the Dustbin Carriers Association. Every time the bag full of the dustbin, the dog them go rip it up. If they had no bag to rip up for them dog anymore, now they're suffering.
It's sufferation right through. And the thing is, you're telling the government, they're seeing it because they're on here, they're watching, they're on social media because they had a social media trolls. And they're not, I don't know, boy. Something that's getting real tired, I don't know.
And well, yeah, I see on Facebook, Tiantech right now bashing Barry Para. The lady say he know better than Marvin Gonzalez. He just like Marvin Gonzalez. He mute. He ain't saying nothing. He ain't doing nothing. And he's the Minister of Public Utilities.
Okay. When you get him a Senate from a Trinity. So I'm not home like you guys. I'll be on the road Monday to Friday.
Warrior, I just to show you how powerful your platform is. When I see that try to shut this down this evening, when we was talking about that 3.4 billion, and it's about 3 times they try to shut you down this evening in the Warrior. Yeah, I just to show you it gets into them. You understand? It gets into them.
We're not here to war the government. We can't war the government.
We're not here to war them. We're here for betterment.
We want betterment. And listen to me, we are the ones that feeling it. If you bounce your toe and you go ball out,
right now the whole country balling out.
Right now the whole Trinidad and Tobago balling out. And going to them, they're not listening. So come on the platform and talk about it. And we know that they are here, they're trolling because look how much time, as you say, they try to block the live. You understand me? Instead of trying to war us or muzzle us and take away our rights, take away our freedom, put things in place. That's all we're asking for. We're not asking to be billionaires. We're just asking to be able to survive, please. please, on behalf of the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, please create jobs for the people that always send home so that they can be able to take care of their family. Please put things in place. That is all.
Ease up the drivers. Ease up all them
Ease up
heavy
the drivers. All them hefty fine. Imagine that one bulb blow in your car. I think a bulb is probably $2 or $3. If they catch you and that bulb are working, die $2,000. How on earth? How on earth? And people struggling. Let me tell you something. I feel Ms. Kamala Prasad Bisesa is the label, and she have other people in the background making the decisions, and the decisions that they are making is just Vicky decisions. They're not consulting and trying to understand the economy, you know. They just tell us about they turn out her money, and we go charge them this, and we go charge them that. Because people just don't have, and I don't know what part the citizens don't have. I don't know. I had to learn how to say the citizens don't have in French. I had to learn to say it in Patois. I had to learn to say it in Gibberish. I had to learn to say it in all languages.
I watch your thing tonight, and Guyana going through the same thing just like we, you know. The government in Guyana is doing the same thing just like the government in Trinidad and Tobago, you know. You understand? And I send it. Well, if you watch that video, it's the same thing what we going through. They're going through too. You understand? And Guyana and Trinidad and Tobago was back in the USA. So I feel if it's Trump who handing down these things to them to do the citizens and them of Trinidad and Tobago suffer.
Without the citizens, how are they getting power? All they need our votes. So you think when you treat the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago bad, they go pull it back in power? The pressure all they hand we write about now in 1 year is enough to last us a lifetime to remember. People never forget this. And then all they want to take away people's rights, their freedom of speech from them. Right now, according to Kitty last night, we're living under fear, starvation, hardship, and fear. People mustn't complain. People mustn't complain. My platform must be the only platform right about now. I don't even call myself a blogger. I am the voice for the people, right? Just speak to the government on a different level without cussing and disrespecting them.
But one thing I have to say, if the PNM was in power and did this, the Heavy T and David Welch and Alan Roberts and all of them would have the will to say. You understand?
Social media ministers of social media bloggers. Hey.
But the UNC doing it, so David Welch and Heavy T and all of them, and even Stag and all, he was against the PNM, and look at he now, he's swallowing.
And Chatter, you notice, and the real serious issues that going on in the country, you know, they ain't talking nothing about it. You ever hear Heavy come out and talk about the murder with Justin Samaru?
Never talk about that.
Oh, you ever hear Stacks and the other so-called bloggers come out and talk about the people starving, and they're coming out to tell you. They're coming out to tell you. Whole stream. That's why I had us to disrespect Stacks on a live. No, I didn't really want to disrespect the black brother, you know. Yeah, cause I don't like to disrespect people. I don't get me real mad for me to bust two mother condensed milk behind you. You understand me? You coming out with a big wasa badge round your neck to tell the people, hold on.
Yeah.
You understand me? So I trip up on him because you make it make sense. You're not making sense.
A wasa badge where you lick bottom for. Make that make sense.
Wait, hold on. You take away the jobs from the people to give them a hamper that could last them 2 to 3 days. That making any sense? You're talking about corruption in CPEP. All right, nobody can get locked up yet. All right, before you send home the people, you could have put something in place, put a little makeshift thing in place so people can still keep their little job as small as it is, and then you deal with the corruption. Or you send home everybody VAPs. You understand? Right now, I hear Wasa is the new URP. Is it good ugly in Wasa?
I hear
It
from
haven't,
the grapevine,
that's not
the
to
coming, the signing, and the going home. I hear
well,
coming, the signing, and the going home. That is what I hear.
well,
The
I
coming,
would have heard so. I would have heard so, but I
yeah,
never see it. So it is. You have to say it is
I
alleged.
believe it.
It right. I haven't seen that, but I heard so. But at the
And
end of the day,
it is alleged that the WASA workers and them was complaining because Mr. Miss gone in the female toilet in WASA. And they realized that say it is alleged. So the treatment they say it is alleged.
what are you doing there?
The man gone in the female toilet. The man claiming he's a woman. And he gone in the female toilet. They kick grass for that. In WASA. They wanted them out. My mom, Mr. and Mrs. a funny person. I can't say what you word because it's your life. But remember,
He's gay. You can use the word gay, and we do not discriminate against gay people, right? We don't discriminate. That is for God to do. You can't tell me you're a male and you want to go in the female toilet. Because me as a female going in the female toilet and bounce up a male, I go and start a ball rape. So is either they get a special toilet for he, or he man it out and whip it out like a man, pee and then after shake it and put back on he eat whatever he have on underneath the clothes and walk out. But I ain't seen that. Here's not America. No discrimination. I'm not discriminating the gentleman or the whoever he is. I'm not going to discriminate him, but if that is the case, well, anyway, he amongst them guntas and them go deal with that.
Yeah,
they
but
will deal with
if they allow that to happen, what about the other places and them? Next time a little child walk in there, a female, a little girl walk in there and see a big hardback man inside of it. You understand? What about that?
Minister would start shooting in my prime minister ears to make it loud. They go see just now.
But that ain't happening. Trust me. Not everybody for that, you know. We're not discriminating them, but it had things we will allow and things we will not allow. So they better stay in the little lane. Nobody ain't jumping them. Stay in the lane for my pleasant times.
Look at something they say in the country. You have no money, right, princess? All of them buy new vehicles. The prime minister buy a new Parado for herself because she said she don't want to drive in the vehicle where Rowley was driving in. She buy a brand new Parado for herself. You understand? All of them buy new vehicles, personal new vehicles for herself, but they say in the country you have no money. You understand? Their salary is on time. They getting a salary. They getting a salary. We could pay about 10 people. You understand? Because minister getting $64,000 a month.
Well, Pamela's salary is $87,000 a month.
Yeah, and our minister's salary is $64,000 a month. That could pay at least about 20 people. You understand? Because a man making about $5,000 a month. And a normal regular person. You understand? And they carrying home that money and they don't even need that money. Because they have allowances and perks.
You know what I want to know? And I will ask this question and then we will close. How Mr. Colin Imbert was handling
financing the country.
The financing, sorry. How Mr. Colin Imbert, if you're hearing me, I just be live from Monday to Friday, right? I would like you to, if you would like to come and give me a little insight now and let me know how you was balancing the economy. Because I don't
gas
know
5 times. By raising gas 5 times in retail.
No. Yes, he raised gas 5 times. Yes, we ain't saying no. But yet still people were still getting paid, right? People was able to eat. And now everybody gone home and no salaries. Just look at Port of Spain Corporation. They ain't paid, they have no money to pay their workers. But when the PNM was here, they were finding money.
No, but I
with all due respect, Warrior, he's one of them that Madam Penelope Beckers need to send home.
No, but I'm gonna answer something, right? No, let me just say something, right? Which one you prefer right now? Loss of jobs, high taxes, people can't feed their family, or inbird raised gas 5 times and everybody was employed, everybody was getting paid, the country was running under COVID.
All right.
Which one you prefer? Which one we prefer
Answer
right
that,
now?
Trinity. Trinity, answer that. Come on, answer. Which
I
one
mean,
you prefer?
I prefer him, but yes, but he's still going with 3 billion.
It is alleged. You don't have proof for that.
It is alleged, but look, right now the UNC want to go with 3.4 billion right now.
All right. All right. And up to now, nobody ain't get locked up. So here we're going on. We are the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. We admit we made a mistake. We all were like the dog and the bone. We have a bone in the mouth and we watching in the river and we see the reflection and we decide to jump in the river to grab the other reflection, the dog that is reflecting in the river bone, and we bounce the head. But nonetheless, at the end of the day, both parties, this is a lesson for both parties. Because we, the people who feeling it, and I'm still saying, I want to hear from Colin Imbut how he was able to balance the economy. Please, sir, come and tell us. And if while you're at it, if you could give the UNC some little pointers, because like they don't know what they're doing. I swear to God, they don't know what they're
Better Colin and but go and moonlight for the UNC, better they pay, but like be an advisor or something. Yeah.
Just this is the man, Chacha, just for the people's sake. Not for parties,
Moonlight.
for the people's sake.
Yeah. Be an advisor. Go and advise them.
The Minister of Finance, who we have here, I don't know what it is he doing. Oh God, I don't know. Father in heaven, help us all.
I wonder if you qualify for that position.
No.
What's that?
The President Minister of Finance.
No, he not qualify. Alexander not qualify for Homeland Security and he Homeland Security.
Right.
Anyhow, guys, it's 9:50. So I'm tired. I'm having a headache. For real. I had a headache. So I want to say a pleasant good night to everybody on the panel. Mr. Glenroy, do not be a stranger. Do not be deterred. I would like to have you back on the program again because this platform is to let your voice. Okay, Mr. Glenroy from Tobago. I am happy to have Tobago in the house. One love. Peace, love, and unity. Mr. Michael, I love you with your hot mouth. Chatter, Trinity, Mr. Paul Singh, although you dive out on we a little bit there, but I not we always have. No. Tomorrow is Bacchanal Saturday, right? Now, Saturday is where we rock back and unwind and laugh and enjoy ourselves, right? Do not come up on my platform and say no foolishness about this is all I can talk about. We need a brain cooler because it's Monday to Friday. We're talking about issues that is affecting us in this country, right? And we just elaborate on it enough. But Saturday is to rock back, kick back, and unwind. If you do not want to come up on the Bacchanal Saturday program tomorrow, fine by me. I will not hold it against you. But we need to rock back and laugh and take a little brain cooler, right? So, I'm saying that.
Warrior, I could ask Mr. Michael something before we go. Mr. Michael, you there? Mr. Michael?
Message him in the inbox.
I don't know where you're going.
Well, message him in the inbox. Right. And I also want to say a pleasant good night to everybody on this section here on YouTube. Thanks for coming on. We had 145 people viewing on YouTube and 135, it was more on TikTok. I just want to say thanks for coming on and viewing and making your opinion and voicing your opinions. Right? And a special good night to Burna Boss, Mr. Smooth, I love you guys. Mags, Mango, what? Mango Guzen, Papa, that'll be a Mako. You hear the name Mango Guzen. Dreadlocks, Charles, Simone, Beryl, Shira, Lennox, everybody on the TikTok chat. In the comment section, sorry I'm tired. My head started to feel kind of weak. Earlier, I want to say pleasant good night and join me tomorrow. Please go out at 8 for the Bacchanal Saturday program.
All right,
Right?
have a good night,
Have a
everybody.
pleasant night. And chatter, don't feel you're ducking out there. Because you see you, I notice when we set the splash man, you just go hide in. You look like you're a good little player, but don't worry. I have a special guest tomorrow. I have a special guest about shape on TikTok and the mouth hot. I'm bringing shape for you to have me, Mr. Chatter. So guys, have a pleasant night. I love you all. What's that, Chatter?
Coming in tomorrow.
Oh God, Hashman. It's the element of surprise. Relax yourself, not so there. I'm the dog gangster, you know, the top of the
Have a good night.
guys, so pleasant good night again to everybody on YouTube. I sharing some love on YouTube. I love you guys. The good, the bad, and the ugly comments. I still love you guys. Oh, and the last choice, F9W said, great is the PLM girl. I can't wait to hear that word again. Huh. Anywho, pleasant good night, and I love you guys on YouTube and also on TikTok. Thanks for coming on and keeping me company and voicing all your opinions. Have a pleasant night. Bye.